So this section of the garden was done for the Gardener magazine, and we did it in 3 days.
Wow.
They were about to go to publication, and I think somebody had pulled out, and we had 3 days to do this. So
What's the name of the magazine again?
The Zimbabwe Gardener magazine.
Zimbabwe Gardener magazine.
Yeah.
So they featured you in that magazine.
Yes, it is in
with
the magazine.
this particular
With this
area.
particular area.
Wow.
It used to be a lawn area, but initially we intended to put a swimming pool here.
Yeah.
But we never got round to it. And I tried lawn, but because we don't have water here, it ended up just being a little eyesore in the middle. As you can see, it's in the courtyard. And so for me, it was really an opportunity to spruce it up. And yeah, that's what we did. And we managed to do all this in 3 days. I just went around the garden, pulled out plants from certain areas and just put this together.
So you're telling me you worked this whole section and got it to look the way it's looking right now in 3 days?
In 3 days.
This is what we call tarenda. This is a talent. Unbelievable. I would not trade this for a swimming pool. I think this is just perfect for this place.
I feel like that now.
Yeah.
I would never trade it for a swimming pool.
Man.
We enjoy sitting out there, especially for a morning tea.
Yeah.
Or just enjoying yourself sitting out.
Oh my goodness, I love it. I love it. I love it. Sandibonani Makandi, hello and welcome to my channel Kayasgogo. You're seeing it as the beautiful ladies. If you've watched my video, you've seen me with my buddies. It's my best friend from, we're not talking about the years, right?
We're not talking about the years.
From many moons ago. Now, today we are going to be talking about her very successful business in landscaping. It is New Earth Nurseries and Landscaping, and Toko has been gracious enough to let me have a look. So we're gonna go out and look at her garden, and she's gonna tell us the story of this wonderful, wonderful place. You ready, Toko?
Yeah, sure.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Yay! And these are new plants? Wow.
I think we're just running out of space. I think it's gone out of hand. I've got little areas where I'm just adding a shelf here, another one there, and just adding plants.
It looks brilliant.
Thank you very much.
So are these for sale or this is just for your garden?
Both. If you want to buy one now,
Go ahead.
my guest.
All right, I'll have a look at the plants. But first, let me enjoy what I'm seeing in the garden. Where else are we going? Oh, look at this. My goodness. Let me show you the whole rack. Just take a look. This is some brilliant work here. Toko, you are an artist.
Thank you very much.
Yes, it's beautiful. So if you are in the Harare area, make sure to contact Toko. I will have her contact details, and she will definitely give you a masterpiece of a garden. And speaking of gardens, you know, she's going to be coming to have a look at my garden. We are looking at the most brilliant plants here. Wow. How old is this plant? Is it a young plant or an old plant?
No, it's not young. We actually just recently split it.
Yeah.
This is like almost 10 years old. It's
Ooh.
called the cardboard cycad.
Cardboard cycad.
Zamia.
All right. So this is part of your
The nursery.
of the nursery. My goodness. And you have done a lot of designing of gardens, right?
A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
Tell me about that process.
It's the most interesting part of everything. The plants, yeah, but the designing, the actually construction of a garden, that's what
somebody's in our way. Wanting to be petted. Go ahead.
So yeah, for me, the landscaping part, just starting from scratch, especially starting with virgin land.
Yes.
That's what I really love to do.
Look at this buddy here. Somebody
needs to be loved.
Somebody needs some care, some loving. She's not letting us proceed without her being petted. Hey, hello. She's liking the attention. I hope you guys are enjoying the foliage that is here. The pictures don't really do justice. This place is just out of this world. If you are a gardener, an avid gardener, somebody who wants to learn how to tend to plants, speak to Toko. She will walk you through this process and you'll be happy. I don't even know where to look. Her garden is just gorgeous. Gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Tell me about this part we are looking at.
Okay, just when we moved here, almost 10 years ago, we were coming from a very lush tropical garden, you know it.
Yes.
And I just wanted to replicate that. But after drilling one borehole and not getting any joy, I knew it had to be water-wise. This area doesn't have water. It's known for being dry.
Yeah.
So, but I still wanted my tropical plants. I brought almost half of them here, and I needed to make sure they were in the ground. So I had to think fast, think on my feet. Started planting trees. When we got here, there were just 3 trees only.
Wow.
And I started by planting to make sure I would have the ability to put in a tropical garden, the shade bit of it, conservation of water, and with lots of shade, with lots of mulching, and lots of patience and
love,
perseverance.
Yeah.
I've managed to have now my garden is almost entirely tropical. Have you noticed?
It is very tropical.
It's moving from the initial one where I started doing a desert garden.
Yeah.
Because there was absolutely zero water.
Yeah.
Here I took advantage of those municipal trees outside the gate. I wanted to cut them, but they said no. So I've taken advantage of that. They give a lot of shade.
Yeah.
And here we go. I hardly ever water this section, and yet it's 100% tropical.
So this section here that we're looking at right here.
Yes.
Right. It is almost covered with tropical plants that hardly use any water because you've taken advantage of the shade that is already there.
Yes. So we only water when we really need to because we buy our water. There is no water in Greystone Park. Hardly any. And even if it was there, we have to share the little bit that there is. So you can't afford to be watering a tropical garden that needs water at least 3 times a week. This garden is watered only when necessary and per plant that needs the water.
Plant.
Yeah.
So you will be actually taking a can or a hose pipe and watering the plant itself.
Watering the plant itself when it looks like it's struggling.
Wow.
And we've managed to do that and still have plants for sale.
Yeah.
From that. When we started, I was panicky. I would buy lots of water and trying to water the plants, and until I said, wait a minute.
Yeah.
There's a better way of doing this. And ever since, I haven't looked back. And when I do landscaping for anybody, that's the way I'm trying to encourage them to go.
Yeah.
Be water-wise.
Water-wise.
Use plants that are not thirsty. Your cycads are not thirsty. The palms, once they're established, they don't need too much water. Your strelitzias, your whatever you see here, these are not water guzzlers, and yet they are tropical plants. So I've really had to do that, and the results have been very fulfilling.
Oh my
very,
goodness.
very fulfilling.
This is
that I still have my tropical garden.
Yeah.
And I don't have to worry about my conscience about consuming copious amounts of water when people around me don't have water.
They don't have
I don't
water.
do that.
So these plants, because of being in shady areas, trees that are already established, that are providing the shade, they do not need to be watered as many times as somebody who would have this somewhere where it's open and it's in the sun.
Yeah, I used to have a tropical garden and I had lots of water. We would leave the hose running all night through
Yeah.
just to keep it nice and lush.
Uh-huh.
But now it's not there anymore, but I still have the same kind of garden almost. I'm nearly there to having a fully tropical garden. Mind you, they still need sun, these plants.
Yeah.
So these ones, they get morning sun. Morning sun is beautiful for your plants. Afternoon sun is a bit harsh. So we do well with the morning sun. And then afternoon, the trees are giving shade and we're good.
Wow. I'm amazed at how much foliage you have here and you hardly water these
you know
plants.
Me, I love foliage. I love foliage and yeah.
My goodness, this is so beautiful, Toko.
Thank you.
So how does a new gardener, somebody who's starting, how do they even begin? What do they do? Is there a way of, trying to get to where you are, but when you're a beginner, what do you do?
The idea is not to try and do everything all at once.
Good advice.
You need to sit down and plan. Do one area at a time because it becomes overwhelming and you end up just buying plants. Sit down, tell yourself what kind of garden you are going to need. What type of garden do you like? Do you have the capacity for that kind of garden? Because you might want a tropical garden and you don't have a drop of water. That's why I'm saying sit down, plan.
And plan.
Go water-wise.
Yeah.
You'll never go wrong with water-wise. I think if we all just tried to do water-wise, we'd be in a better place.
So the
country.
more you manage your water, the consumption,
Yes.
the better your garden will come out.
Yes.
Because you don't want to put a lot of plants that will use too much water and then you struggle.
Yeah, I always go to people's gardens and they say the plants died after I put them in. I think I didn't have enough water, but they'd already planted.
Yeah.
So you can't be doing that. So you need to really plan what type of garden. And you can have garden rooms. You can have a little tropical section. And then you can have your, as you can see here, I've got my cacti, my succulents.
Let me have a look at this one because this is interesting for me, especially where I am, where it's kind of dry. Oh my goodness. That is lovely. So these ones don't need too much water.
We water once a month.
Once a month? Are you serious?
Serious. Just once a month.
Wow. I love that. I really do. So you have your work cut out for you when you come out because that is... Oh, we have friends here. There's somebody. Hey. Oh my goodness. Look at that.
Yeah.
This is brilliant. So this is all the work that you've put in to get this place to be looking the way it's looking right now.
Yes, and because I enjoy it so much, it doesn't sound
It
like
doesn't.
work.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what I love to do. If I have any paperwork to do, it actually suffers because I prefer to be out here.
Yeah.
And I think I like to be creative. You saw me doing this from.
Check this out.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have broken pots lying around and I'm thinking I'm not going to throw this
Of
away.
course.
This is interesting and I create something like this.
This is very
in an
interesting.
afternoon and so that's what I love to do. I love to be in the outdoor and just creating and
Wow.
using bits and pieces, recycling, reusing.
So nothing is thrown away.
Nothing is thrown away. You should see me when I drive around. I stop to pick up things, thrown away plants. I stop to pick those up. I keep cutters in my car.
Wow.
I see an interesting thing that's thrown away. I take a cutting and bring it home.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Togo, I am just in love with this part of your garden because I see a lot of plants that I think would work, especially for some of us who are living in the not so water not enough water. Because these plants, I think, would do well in my garden.
Yeah, you and I are in exactly the same situation where we don't have water. I don't know if Blawa has got council water now.
It does,
But once, maybe
we
twice
share.
a week, but we are sharing it with everyone. That's
Yeah.
what we must all keep remembering.
Yeah, yeah.
That we must share this water. So you can't be
Ooh.
watering your garden as if you don't have neighbors, as if you're the only one in the neighborhood.
And also taking into consideration that there is lots of water that is needed to sustain the day-to-day living of people.
Exactly.
The
So you
plants
can't be
need it,
taking it
but
away.
people need it too, right?
Exactly.
Wow. Look at these gorgeous plants. I'm speechless. I really am, Toko. This garden is just breathtaking. It is breathtaking. So if I would, you think a newbie like myself would be able to start one of these?
Definitely, definitely. You just want to start small. Like I said, you can't do everything all at once.
Of course.
Just tell yourself, I'm doing this section this week or for the next 2 weeks.
Uh-huh.
And you work on that. You decide what type of plants you're going to put there. You go and choose your plants carefully.
Mm-hmm.
And you start planting.
Wow. Wow.
And if you are in my situation where you don't have water, mulching is important.
Mulch,
Here you
mulch,
can see
mulch.
I mulched with rock.
Oh,
It saves
let me
water.
take a closer look.
These plants don't really need water, a lot of water.
Uh-huh.
But at the same time, I need to conserve whatever there is.
Uh-huh.
So that...
So the mulch here is actually rocks. So there's nothing that's wasted here.
There is nothing that's wasted.
Rock mulching. That is interesting.
Because
I like that.
Most of our plants love being among rocks.
Mm-hmm.
These, agaves, the aloes, and they're all water wise. So it just works.
Wow. I am seeing all sorts of plants that I never thought would look well when they are combined with other living plants. It looks brilliant. It is.
So this is one of the 3 trees that I had in this garden when I started.
Uh-huh.
And I brought all my stegon ferns from the old house.
Uh-huh.
The ones that you see stuck to the tree.
Oh, let me have a closer look. So the ones that are kind of like in the trunk of this tree, you actually put them in there?
Yes, you actually stick them there. You tie them with a string until
they latch on.
Yeah, they latch on. They're not parasitic, by the way.
Yeah.
They're almost like air plants, just like that.
Like this one, the one which
the old man's beard.
Uh-huh. It's not a parasite, but it's a flower. It's a plant.
It's a plant
that is coexisting with the tree.
Yes.
I love that. Yeah. I love that. Wow. It's difficult to show how extensive this garden is, but I'm sure by just checking out where the plants are and how much of the plants are here, you guys can tell that there is a beautiful piece of work going on in this yard. It is just marvelous.
And these are all the trees I put in so that I kind of created my own ecosystem where I would have lots of trees, lots of shade, so that I could put my tropical plants.
Yeah.
It's started bearing fruit now. The trees, I planted them very close together.
Yeah.
Because I wanted them to grow faster. And they have. But now I'm having to cut down some of them because
it's too dense.
A little bit too much. It's too dense.
Wow.
But what I'm saying is this area, because of the shade, I can have my tropical plants, and the watering needs are minimum.
Very minimum, because the shade is there. The plants are protecting each other.
Yes.
And allowing themselves to grow well.
Yes.
Wow, look at this green. I love that. Wow. And this is what you call the
Spanish moss.
which is
that's
hanging right there.
yeah.
That is the Spanish moss?
Yeah,
What's the
that's
other name?
creating, old man's beard.
The, the old man's beard.
Yeah.
Whoa. Wow.
So because we didn't have any water at all, I had to remove all the lawn I had put in. And it was a hard decision, but I had to do that. And only this year in January did I put this little patch of lawn.
Wow. In January.
And we haven't watered it since. only received
Unbelievable.
And that's the
Unbelievable.
whole idea. That's the only patch of lawn you'll see in this whole yard.
Wow. And it
Because
has
of the water
survived and it's
problems.
looking green, but there's no watering. It is just in the shady area and it's happy. Whoa. I am just so
And
impressed.
This area with the Sansevieria, we never water. From January to December, it just gets rainwater and that's it.
So this area of the
This
garden
whole area
is
with the-
not
with the
watered at
Sansevieria.
all.
Yeah.
You just leave it.
Just different types of Sansevieria that we put in.
So these are drought resistant plants.
Yes, but they are shade-loving plants as
Oh,
well.
they love the
So
shade.
they're doing good. I was experimenting to see how it would go. And we are in year 2 now of not watering them, and they just getting rainwater.
Okay, let me get this straight.
Yes.
These plants right here just survive on rain water.
All of them.
All of them.
If you just see this whole section.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So you just place them there.
Yeah.
There's enough shade.
Even the aloes here, they're shade-loving aloes, but I think they're getting a little bit too much shade now.
Yeah, so
Because
they
they're
want
going flat.
they
We
want
probably need to trim a few trees again
to allow a
just
little
to
bit
allow
of
a
sun.
little bit of sun to come in.
But basically
yeah,
no watering
basically,
in this section.
They are shade-loving plants. They are hardy plants, and we only water
When the rain comes.
when the rain comes. That's when they get watered.
Yeah.
I've been experimenting with that, and it's been 2 years now.
With-
been doing that.
My goodness, this is brilliant. This is brilliant. This is brilliant. I love it.
So it's just this Sansevieria area and the aloe area where we are not watering at all.
At all.
Yes.
I like that. I like that.
And if I can go 4 months without watering the lawn, I think that's great.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree. Guys, the green, the foliage in this area is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
So this whole tropical section is sustained by just doing that. Lots of shade and morning sun,
Yeah.
and we good.
Wow. Wow. I'm in awe.
And I keep mulching just to save on water. As you can see on your left here, this rock is just to cut on planting space
Yeah.
so that we don't have to use any water at all. So just play around with the rocks.
Yeah.
And if you look at this and that area where we have that stump, that's a whole lot of area that's not watered.
Yeah. It's a big area.
Yeah,
It's
and-
just, I'm panning on the area that it has not been watered except by just naturally rainwater. This whole section here. And these plants are just gorgeous. Gorgeous. And that piece of art. This little,
Yeah.
this stump
The stump.
with
yeah.
some plants growing in it.
Yeah.
And they're just happy.
Yeah. And like I was saying, we only water the ones that are looking like they're suffering.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we don't.
If they're happy, leave them
If
alone.
they're happy, leave them alone. If one is suffering, give it a little bit of a drink,
Yeah.
and that's it.
And all these that I'm looking at right here.
This was the garden was originally like this, all of it, because of the days when I was still scared that I don't have any water, what am I going to do? And I just put in succulents and cacti. But over the past 3-4 years, I've just been adding. I quite like the combination of your tropical plants and the cactus and the cacti and the agaves, the daikias, you know. Like this is my favorite part. This is
This portion here?
This portion is just my favorite part. It's got all the plants that I love and they are coexisting.
Yeah.
And they are happy together.
I just love the way the foliage is looking. It is all nice and healthy. You can look at any plant here. Ooh, wow. And they all look so happy.
And that's my most favorite plant.
This one here.
This agave desmetiana.
Oh, that's so complicated. Agave desmetiana. I sound very sophisticated.
I love this part of the garden.
It is beautiful. It is so beautiful. It is so beautiful.
We try as much as possible to put ground covers.
Yeah.
Just again as a way of conserving water. So you almost every inch of the ground has got a plant.
Something is covering the ground.
Is growing
on
the ground.
So that you keep the moisture.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
wow. I love it. I can't wait for you to come and have a look. That will be a masterpiece. I cannot wait for you to come and put your hands on that ground. I know it's going to look good. It's just right now when you come, please don't laugh at my garden because it's it's a whole lot of confusion.
Yeah. So this area, because there is full sun, I'm still growing the trees. And mostly I'm putting palms. Every tree you see here, I've planted it.
Wow.
Every single tree except for the tree that I was telling you about.
Yeah.
Including this one with the orange flowers. This was here, and one avocado tree.
So this one was here.
Yeah, and the avocado tree behind it. But everything else. So here, I think if you come after 2 rain seasons, it will be as lush as
the rest of the areas.
Because the palms are growing.
Yeah.
And here is where I put my best plants. All my different types of cycads. You can see these very rare, expensive blue cycads.
Wow.
This is where I spend my money. You go for your manicures and pedicures.
And you put your money right here on the soil. Yeah. What did you call this plant?
This one is a cycad. It's called Encephalatus trispinosas.
Okay. I'm not even going to try. Encephalatus trispinosas. Oh no! I love the name. The name. It sounds really sophisticated.
Then of course the fire pit. You know, with the dogs, we don't keep the cushions there. But
of course. Yeah. I'm just in awe of your garden. I'm just in awe. Wow. And this is the same this one here?
This one is Encephalatus ferox.
Oh,
ferox.
This one Encephalatus ferox.
So it's the cycads that are. We are not going to go deep into those names.
Let's stop right there.
This is just a triangle palm.
This one here?
Them. This one is called a terminalia.
Terminalia.
Oh, an upside down umbrella
tree. Terminalia or upside down umbrella tree.
Yeah.
And this one is also a cycad?
That's a triangle palm.
Triangle palm.
If you see the stem, it's shaped in a triangle.
Yeah, I see that.
Do you see that?
Yeah,
especially
I can see
if you see the grown one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or even the small one behind you, it's already got that shape.
I see the shape right there.
That's why it's called a triangle.
All right. Wow.
I used to have a fish pond right here, but removed it. We couldn't sleep because of the frogs.
The frogs.
My bedroom is right up there.
And it was loud.
It was loud.
So here's the bedroom right there at the window.
Yeah.
And the fish pond was right here.
Yeah.
And you had no sleep.
Driving me crazy.
Yeah, I would take it out too.
Didn't want to put succulents again. So I decided to just go tropical. The hardy plants. And as you can see, the trees are still quite small.
Yeah.
The palms are still small, but it's working.
It looks nice.
I've had to remove one or two. There are some that love shade. I put them under the ones that can survive without.
Oh, okay. So the ones that
out, this is work in progress.
Yes.
This section here.
It already looks lovely.
Yeah.
It's
work
already
in progress. It's about a year old now, but it's coming up.
It looks beautiful. It looks brilliant.
Yeah.
So here we go. There are the plants. If you need any plants.
And now that I have lots of shade, I can even afford to grow tropical plants for my landscape.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Wow. Look at all this. All these plants waiting for someone to come and get them so they can be beautifying your homes. Please get in touch with Toko. Her details are below. And come shopping and make your gardens look as great as hers is. Wow. And she is going to come and do the landscaping for you and leave your home looking as beautiful as hers is. So get in touch with her and get your plants and get your work done by Toko, and definitely you will be in good hands. Your plants will be in good hands and you would love the work that she will do. Thank you, Toko.
Thank you
for giving me this beautiful tour of your garden.
Here is to a very happy birthday, girlfriend Toko. May your day be filled with joy, love, and laughter. And may your life be filled with abundant love, joy, and good health. Happy birthday once again. Give Toko a great birthday gift. Follow her on Instagram and Facebook, New Earth Nursery and Landscaping. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Take care of yourselves and each other. We'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.